How was Stoll?
Pardon?
How was Jarrett Stoll?
He's missing in action.
Long term?
Pardon?
Long term?
How long is the series?
So you don't think he'll? I mean,
I really don't.
You don't know.
That's a better way of putting it.
What did you think of the hit?
I thought it was careless.
Suspension worthy?
Who are we to even talk about that stuff? We totally leave it to the league and principals to look at those things.
How does it? Sorry.
Pardon? It's just frustrating not to see that. That's all.
How does it affect your lineup? Obviously, he's been such a staple there on the third line, face-offs, and everything else he does.
He's a real good player for us. You know, he's won a big part to win the Stanley Cup, and a really good centerman, and a guy who plays minutes, plays special teams. So obviously, it's our player is quite a bit more important than theirs.
Did you think that the third period, their ability to kind of carry the play in the third had to do with maybe missing face-offs?
Not so much face-offs, just the disruption of your lines more than anything. I mean, those are a lot of situations where that player, he is not so much face-offs. Jarrett struggled in face-offs last night actually, but it just disrupts your. We primarily use 4 centermen and rotate wingers through, and we had to switch, and I think that did cause a little problem for us.
We went so deep into the playoffs last year, all the way through, really, with a fairly stable lineup. We've had to do a little more adjusting.
Yeah, I think the first series game was more based on the way the schedule was. We used a lot of guys this year, and then I'm just trying to think back. Last year was the stability was on the back end. We used to say, it's something I've said a lot of times. It'll never ever happen again to use the same 6 defensemen from basic trade deadline until the middle of March. That'll never, or till the middle of June, and that'll never happen. It's impossible in today's game. But up front, last year, looking back at it, we used different forwards, but not in we mixed our top 9 around. They all played every game.
Your options now, I mean, obviously, Jeff Carter's played a lot of center in his career, or you got...
No, we got good options. You know what? Yeah. Brad's guys used to play in their top 9, and so we'll figure that out.
Sorry, Coach, I got here.
Corey.
How's Jarrett Stoll doing?
Pardon?
I got here late.
He's missing in action. I really, it's, as I said, he's day-to-day, but the series is you play 7 games in, 12 days, so it makes it tough.
Is there anything worrisome about the third period last night that you have to address? Or, you held the lead, but you were kind of under siege for a lot of it.
Well, first off, you're going to be. It's playoff hockey. You have a 2-0 lead going to the third period, and it's basically even till then, other than power play shots. It's really a dead even game, and then you need your goalie to make some big saves always. I mean, if we're down 2-0, we're going to push it too. You have to be able to manage that, and we always do.
How do you think your guys will react? I mean, the Greiba hit on Eller in the Montreal Ottawa series set a real emotional tone early on in that series. But you have a veteran team. How do you think they reacted? Losing one of their guys on that kind of hit.
Yeah, I think we're clearly a team that's going to not lower ourselves to retribution. That's doesn't even come into play. It's 0, right? We talk about not taking retaliation or dumb penalties, and that's not going to change.
How many times did you watch that replay, and what were your emotions?
Actually, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Other than watching the whole game, I'm not really interested in what difference does it make if I slow it down. What difference does that make? I mean, I'm not making a decision on it. And I'm not, need to say it's good, bad, anything, right? Doesn't matter. So that's up for some, they can do it into thousands of seconds and all their different, what they use doesn't really affect what we do tomorrow, does it? What's the point?